Yep. Fuck. No. Nothing is on. I only say this. Properties. Elgato. Okay. Now. Audio output. Okay. That should be... Oh, not yet. God damn it. Default. Just do the default. There we go. There we go. Tell me how the actual music sounds and all that. Not too loud compared to my voice or anything. It doesn't really matter the music. The music is for additional effect. Fair. It's awfully cheery for the shit that we're gonna talk about, but it's okay. Okay. So I should probably lower the music then. I'll pause it for when we are actually talking about shit that needs to be watched or reacted to. But while we're reacting to tweets, I can do this. I don't mind. Alrighty, let's go. Huh? Really? It does say I'm live on YouTube. 2 out of 2. Yeah. Did it pop up? Okay. Yeah. Strange. Oh, I need to change my Twitch settings to just chatting. Twitch. Because it still says Pokemon Reborn. Or is there news? Nope. Just chatting then. It's fine. You're good. Alrighty, here we go. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting video. Okay, anyway. News time. Let's go. Alright. One of the things apparently, well, actually, I say apparently, but no. Here is the White House statement, also on on the Twitter. In the last 2 weeks, this is Joseph Robinette Budden himself telling us this shit. Huh? That's fine. Everybody needs to see how much shit I've got. In the last 2 weeks, we've stood up federal testing sites all over the country, and we're adding more each and every day. He says, as I can not find a fucking test in a local area at fucking all. But Google COVID test near me. Go there. Google test near me on Google to find the nearest site where you can get a test. Most often and free. Look, we have more capacity for in-person tests, and we should See waiting lines shorten more and more, and more appointments freed up. I say this, and then so it's Biden. Just Google where to find a COVID test. Here are some fucking headlines from that. Yeah. No. There's first of all, it's so fucking hard to find one. The ones that we do have, because we are on a college campus, are mostly faculty, staff, and students. Which means anyone else, shit out of luck. Hell, it's, I mean, even, yeah. Even then, they're overwhelmed. Here we go. But here's the tweet that started it off. First of all, I freaking love Mel's Twitter. And also this account right here, waiting on Biden. Holding Biden accountable. One of my favorite fucking accounts to follow, just because they call this shit out on a consistent basis. And they are right to. Greatest nation on earth. COVID-19 test, home collection kit. $125 fucking dollars. And
what's the antigen test, isn't it?
This is, I believe this is the Everlywell, I think, is a PCR test, actually. But yes. But yeah, it's a swab test. But that doesn't change the fact that Biden had in place a rule that he just let fucking expire to make this shit affordable. Through like Walmart and all of the fucking shit, right? So he had put into place a thing where he could just let it happen. You know, like everything was affordable, nice. That shit expired. He never fought for it to come back. Kind of like the child care tax credit or anything that Joseph Dementia Man Robinette Biden has ever fucking done. Anyway, sorry, we are all out of rapid COVID tests. Shoppers on the hunt for at-home tests find empty shelves. No stock online. Lovely. City MD temporarily closes 20 New York City locations due to staff shortages. And other fucking bullshit that fucking Jesus. The only bar he had to clear was to be better than Trump when it came to COVID, and he couldn't even pull that off. Fucking thank you, commenter at _Ziga_. And then there's this fucking Secretary Marsha L. Fudge. Secretary Fudge. SEC Fudge. The United States is the only major economy in the world where the economy is a whole lot stronger now than before the pandemic. Now, listen here, Jack, shall we say, as Joseph would put it. Where the fuck? So, yeah, all we had to do was narrow the definition of economy to exclude the material conditions of anyone who isn't rich. But on top of that, I think I actually have this exact... Oh, no, maybe not. The United States is the only major economy in the world where rich people's yacht money is stronger now than before the pandemic. Oh, this is what the issue looks like, I guess. Yep. It's pretty much... Everything is great.
Okay.
People aren't dying. You know, we're not being fucking overwhelmed. So many fucking countries handled COVID way fucking better and more competently than us. Why can't we be fucking decent human fucking beings? And why doesn't the government give a fucking shit about us? Because it doesn't. Alright. Twin sons Luke, Sonny, who is a mutual of mine and who I absolutely adore on Twitter. This is a weird comment to make about a pandemic with thousands and thousands of dead. Meanwhile, millions of Americans are nearly homeless. But okay, I guess. Fucking preach. I think I featured her several times. Wait. I believe... I'm going to say they until I confirm. Yeah, she, her. Okay, good. I was worried that I accidentally misgendered her for a second. Here we go. A Rhode Island hospital is dealing with COVID-19 outbreak with patients after it asked staff who had tested positive but were asymptomatic to come in due to a staffing shortage. Fucking great. Thank you. Well done, America. I like how there's cheery anime music in the background. No way to prevent this, says only nation where this regularly happens. Now, here's the fun fact about this Onion article. This Onion article was created for fucking school shootings. Because we are the only nation that experiences school shootings. And yet, yeah, feel like the evergreen Onion headline for mass shootings is equally applicable for our continuing COVID failure. Same shit is currently happening in France. And French asshole Macron decided, oh, you know what? I'm just going to piss off people even more. People that, you know, don't fucking trust the fucking mRNA vaccine that was developed. Okay, here's another thing. I'm sorry. This is the whole point of this thing is to rant politically. Tell me why, when Trump was fast passing the vaccine through, did Joy-Ann Reid and all of these Democrats go, oh, there's no way in hell I'm gonna fucking take... I wish I had the tweet on hand, but Joy-Ann fucking Reid, her fucking self, miss... I didn't say that homophobic slur. I got hacked by Russia. Her fucking self said if Trump is the one that gets the vaccine done, she wasn't gonna take it. But now everyone is for mandates. I'm just saying. It's weird how many things people ignore when a Democrat is in office, and that's my favorite thing to just say is that the left falls back asleep. And I don't say the left. I mean, okay, shit libs fall back asleep the very fucking second there's a lefty in power. And lefty, I use that loosely. It's a centrist. Whenever there's a Democrat in power, shit lips fall the fuck asleep. Let's just say that. This one just kind of infuriated me, honestly. Even after a 12-hour night shift at the hospital last night, my wife still has the energy to shovel a driveway. God bless her and all our frontliners. Time to make her some breakfast. Bitch, instead of making her some breakfast, why don't you go out there and fucking help her, you fucking prick? I hope she hit you with that shovel. Yeah, I fucking... Man's getting no coochie for 6 months. She's just practicing. Bruh. Yo. I love everyone tearing into this motherfucker. Twitter really be the best for her content. It's trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he had a disability, something that made it impossible. I saw nothing, not a damn thing. The levels of there ain't no way. Fucking yeah! What happened next? The fucking yeeted a shovel at the girl. Memory unlocked. I forgot about that. Shovel girl. That's fucking not progressive consent. Oh fucking course. Oh my god. But then again, it might not be. Let that man live. I thought this was Twitter. Nah, man deserves it. Man deserves getting spit roasted into oblivion. Listen, Jack. One and Chaos's Mel again. Mwah. Beautiful content. Listen, Jack. One death, that's a tragedy. A million deaths, that's a statistic. And their own damn fault. Uncle Joe, holding what is probably a cone of Nancy Pelosa's fucking ice cream. Love this for the U.S. Holy shit, someone made the meme? What? Okay. The only Uncle Joe is this. No, not weird. Okay, look. I know that there are these types of lefties, but as a Russian, I'm not about to defend fucking Stalin. 2020. Every single COVID death is someone that Donald Trump murdered. He actually said this shit. And then 2021, nothing I can do, Jack. Whose company is this? Sick days. We no longer accept a doctor's note as proof of sickness. If you are able to go to the doctor, you are able to come to work. Eat shit, company. All employees will take their vacation at the same time every year. What? Hold up. All right. Good luck. Good luck finding any fucking workers. Each employee will receive 104 personal days a year. They're called Saturday and Sunday. All employees will take their vacation at the same time every year. Vacation days are as follows: January 1st, Memorial Day; July 4th, Labor Day; December 25th. Okay. For the record, this sign is a joke sign that some shitty employers put up in their break rooms. Being this condescending over a meme makes you look goofy as hell. Okay. Who wishes they to only be referred to as Bob? This picture was taken at the Krusty Krab. Shame on Mr. Krabs. Jesus fucking Christ. Even if it's a joke, the fact that it's in America, I would fucking believe it. Those who died from COVID with underlying conditions still suffered a preventable death and deserve to live too. Basically. Yeah. But did they have an underlying condition is one of the most heartless and ableist things you could ask someone who just lost a loved one to COVID. There are vulnerable people who are supposed to take collective action to protect. These deaths aren't somehow less. I know for a fact. This is kind of almost exposing my coworker. Yeah, let's expose my coworker for a bit. There was a moment when we had a client come in that was gonna talk about a trial that they wanted to do. I'm gonna use gender-neutral pronouns throughout this. And I was informed by my supervisor that they had just come from COVID, so we were given N95 masks and full security precaution, right? So this person comes in, and another coworker of ours who was supposed to be there walks in and just goes, so you something along the lines of, "Oh, you survived COVID," or like they said something along the lines of, "Oh, I had COVID. Make sure you take proper precautions." And they, in response, this coworker goes, "Oh, had COVID, past tense. That's good, right?" And without skipping a beat, the client responds, "No, because I lost my daughter to COVID in the same time." And that, first of all, that shit is heartbreaking. I know, and through discussions, and I mean, like, they were all vaccinated. They were all they did everything perfectly, and they still ended up getting COVID and died from it. And that shit. If how the fuck are we gonna defend that shit? How the fuck are we gonna look at people that are fucking suffering and just go, yeah, fuck them? If all of the deaths that are caused or that happen under the Joe Biden administration were caused 1,000% by the Joe Biden administration. Because guess what? You could have fucking put forth Medicare for all or any fucking policy that fucking helped us. And yet, here we are, about to lose the fucking midterms. For what? For what? What are we about to lose the midterms for? I'll tell you. Because we don't have shit. The only thing we have is we're not Trump. That's the only thing that the left can do. And that shit pisses me off. Okay. Watching the defenders of this administration try to juggle their alleged compassion with their sense of moral superiority is giving me vertigo. It's absolute bullshit that the message we're receiving from our leadership is that some of us are expendable. Excuse me? Language? Yeah, hold up. This is the real shit that I want to talk about. Please note that it's a very deliberate move by the CDC and Biden administration to point the blame for high COVID numbers on those with comorbidities and unvaccinated now to shift the blame for the impending wave and their inaction. People with comorbidities, they're in action. How the fuck am I gonna get healthy when nothing is fucking open for me to get healthy, huh? How am I gonna, or I'm not saying that, or like shit that you can't do anything about comorbidities. Fuck off. Classic shitlib move. Call him on it. Starts with a reasonable point, ends with shitlib. Well, an attempt was made. Eat shit, shitlib. I hate people like that. Just immediately fucking ignores the point based on the fact that they said shitlib. Eat shit. Responding to tone instead of the content. What are you, a Labrador? I responded to the argument. That attention span of yours. Goldfish? That wasn't nice of me. Labradors are kind, adorable, and loyal. Fucking get 'em! I fucking love Disco Socialist as well. When the CDC basically writes you off as The Walking Dead, your tone tends to get a little pointed. Fucking, yeah. Yeah, exactly what they pointed out there. If Trump was still president, 1,000% we would be still yelling about it. But no, because Sleepy fucking Joe. Oh man, no. Let's not call him Sleepy Joe. That's too close to my brand. Fucking Dementia Man, the Dementia Man motherfucker, can just, the minute that he's in power, all of this shit is ignored, pushed under the rug, swept away. It's not happening. We could be doing so much shit. I know. I could be eating also. We could be doing so much shit, and yet. Oh yeah. Speaking of his response to this, Mr. Dementia Man himself. Folks, get your booster. Folks, get your booster. He's at it again. Student loan debt, no stimmy. No child tax credit. No guaranteed paid sick leave. Costly COVID tests. Minimum wage below the living standard. No mask mandate. Global vaccine inequity. Inflation. COVID at an all-time high. Capitalistic CDC. Get vaccinated, folks. Nothing to see here. Move along, Jack. And again, Twin Sons Luke. Love it. Love to see it. People are dying. Essential workers are overwhelmed. and exhausted. People are coming to work with symptoms because they can't afford to miss work for 3 days for a PCR. How about 2 years into a pandemic, we come up with a way to make rapid PCR tests widely available? Thanks. They're working on it. They're working on it too fucking slow for it to have any sort of effect. But they are working on it. Can't get, and other friends. I can't get scheduled for a PCR test at Walgreens until Monday. That would put me off work at least 3 days before the test because I don't feel well. Plus 5 days after that, yeah. Us Essential here is to continue going like this, and then they fucking bitch because they can't get their specific cat food in stock because there's no factory workers, no truck drivers, no one to stock the shelves, and no one to check them out. Fucking-actly. Let me go ahead and run this one right back. My job here is done, but you didn't do fucking anything. This is what fucking infuriates me about people that just, and by people I mean fucking politicians, and by politicians I do also mean our so-called progressives. Sorry, I'm gonna take a bite out of this food. Ooh, it has some kick to it. Holy shit. It does have kick to it. I think you got a lower concentration of it. Hear that can crack ASMR right there. Enjoy. Okay. Oh, and then there's my tweet. Translations. Folks, I don't give a shit about you. It's not my problem. You little people can go fix it yourselves. Piss off, Jack. Go argue with Corn Pop. How the U.S. is handling COVID. And is, I mean, I don't think I have to say anything more than that. I'm just going to leave it on this for a little bit. Because literally, this is, we just don't give a shit. And by we, I mean our fucking government doesn't give a shit. And they never did. And they never will. And it is fucking infuriating. Okay, here's where we come to our first pause point. Oh, this is pretty. It's from Persona. Oh, cool. Okay. Anyway, here is where we get to a very important video that I want you guys to watch. Now.
I know. I need to make sure it's working.
Okay, fair. The number one threat to global instability is apparently China's COVID policy, because it's been so effective at preventing spread. No mention of increasing destruction from climate change. These people are so desperately want a new Cold War. It's entirely sickening. Now, let's watch the video. And then you can tell me what you think. Let's see.
A new report is detailing what it says are the biggest risks facing the globe in 2022, and the findings may surprise you. It's reported
How is the volume on that? Do I need to turn it up?
from the Eurasia Group, that's a political risk and research consultant.
Can't hear it? Alright, I'm going to turn it way up. Okay, here we go.
Firm closely watching. A new report is detailing what it says are the biggest risks facing the globe in 2022, and the findings may surprise you. It's a report that comes from the Eurasia Group, that's a political risk and research consulting firm. Closely watched report.
Hold up. Repeat. Let's pay attention to this.
Detailing what it says are the biggest risks facing the globe in 2022, and the findings may surprise you. It's a report that comes from the Eurasia Group, that's a political.
The Eurasia Group. I'm curious. I'll look into it in a second.
Risk and research consulting firm.
Risk and research consulting firm, which screams CIA to me, to be honest. But
Closely watched report. It ranks the top global risks.
Now let's see. Now, Eurasia Group. Ian Bremmer. Now, let's quickly look at Ian Bremmer. First of all, Eurasia Group is a political risk consultancy founded in 1998 by Ian Bremmer. Ian Bremmer. Let's do a quick political scientist. Digital media firm G0. Okay. Yep. All right. Let's look at Eurasia Group's website real quick. Top risks 2022. Right? Let's see about. Oh, you have like a. Oh, look at you. You have a little Chinese section. Who we are, our story. Politics first. Starting off with a staff of one based out of cubicle in the World Policy Institute in New York City. Grew to a company who offices 4 continents. Insight on the world's top corporations and financial institutions. Firm's original focus was on the emerging states of the former Soviet Union. Oh, fucking course. I bet they fucking were. Since then, we have broadened our expertise to both developed and developing countries on. Okay. Huh? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't care. Our values. We strive to put politics first for our clients. Company culture that puts people first. That's cap. If you're putting politics first, you're definitely not putting people first. Fuck you. Okay. We are committed to fostering an environment that is inclusive, empowering, globally minded. Deep intellectual curiosity, and basically all I'm hearing from this is we are CIA. Hello, hi. We're a MI5 CIA funded looking as. We care deeply about the world and the quality of our work. I like how these are just statements, general statements. Deep intellectual curiosity and an open mind are the starting points for every aspect of our work. Is our most tell me nothing by saying a lot. You know? Like, the fucking. You literally said nothing with this shit. I don't know what you're about, what you do, other than you're a fucking lobbying firm, essentially. Agenda-free point of view. Now that's cap. Now that is free of bias. Stand firmly behind our views. Okay. Now, our people. Where's Ian Brenner? Here's. Okay. 5 white people. Cool. For the media. Oh, media inquiries. Okay, I don't give a fuck. So basically, we just broke that down. It's CIA funded shit.
Every single year, and the president and founder of Eurasia Group, Ian Bremmer, joins us now to detail this report. We're going in reverse.
Also, the fact that Ian Bremmer himself had the time to sit down with CBS Mornings. Wow, they got a big shot, aka he has nothing to do. AKA, he's so fucking bored.
On the top 3, Ian. Number 3, midterm elections here in the U.S., a top risk for 2022. How come?
Midterm, they're going at it again. I forgot about this bullshit. Midterm elections are the number 1 threat. Or, I guess, number 3 threat, because they're going in reverse order. The number 3 threat is the midterms. You know what the real threat was? The real threat was the fact that we didn't do shit. We absolutely did not do shit as a country. It is not a democracy. It is no longer a democracy. It hasn't been for a long time. But it infuriates me that we think we still are a democracy.
Well, maybe the least of the surprises. This is the most important midterm election in American history. We have January 6th coming up in just a day. And as you know, since the profoundly challenged
January 6th. Well, yeah.
Elections of 2020, no lessons have been learned at all in the United States. The country is much...
Yeah, well, no lessons because you refuse to fucking learn any lessons. You, and by you, I mean fucking politicians and all of you fucking lobbying firms and all of you motherfucking head asses.
More divided, and a large number of Americans, some 64% in an NPR poll yesterday, said they thought the United States democracy was in crisis. Unlike countries like Japan and Germany and...
Democracy was in crisis. Democracy has... This is not a democracy. It's an oligarchy. It is the exact same form of government that Russia has. The only difference is Russia doesn't have a global effect on the world. And yeah, I will say that with my whole entire fucking chest. Compare Russia, and I mean, not saying that Russia isn't fucking bad. I grew up in Russia. I lived that shit. I know that both are bad, right? Here's the thing. Everyone else in America, and I mean, not everyone else, but most everyone in America sees Americans as the good guy. Let me tell you, no one fucking abroad sees you as the good guy. And I say you, I mean, if you think America is a force of good in the world, get your head out of your ass and go fucking read a book, eat shit, I don't care. America has never been a force of good in this country, in this world. And I mean, neither has Russia. But at least in Russia, where we all grew up indoctrinated in the propaganda, we knew what we were consuming was fucking propaganda. Here, there's none of that shit. None of that shit. You guys have blind trust in the fucking mainstream media. You believe that every single pro-war talking point, every single fucking election story, every single fucking thing as if it's fact. Fucking you pushed Russiagate for how many years? Fucking 4 or 5 years straight? If you're not still pushing it somehow? We're still trying to say that Russia is the number one enemy. The real number one enemy, if you were to ask me, would be the United States government. Just to the global climate. Not even on a small level personal scale. No, on a global scale. Who is the one that's doing the most shit? Who's the one that's committing the most war crimes? Who's the one that's committing the most, just doing the most corrupt ass shit? I'll give you a hint. It's not fucking China. It's not fucking Russia. And I'll leave it at that. Let's get back to Ian Bremmer and his fucking bullshit.
And Canada in the last few months have had very successful elections. The United States has an election process that is increasingly broken. Increasingly
broken. Bitch, it was always broken. The whole thing is founded upon gerrymandering to each state to hell so that one side wins. Basically, so that one side has as many tactics of voter suppression as fucking possible. And as long as one side comes out on top, that's it. That's all they care about. Especially in U.S. South. I say U.S. South because Global South is also a thing.
Delegitimized, and the midterm elections, especially if you have a significant win for a Trump-led Republican Party, means that 2024 is going to be seen as illegitimate and potentially a constitutional crisis. In the world's most powerful country, it's hard not to rank that high on your list.
It's deeply worrying. And number 2 on the list is what you call a techno-polar world. You point out that tech firms are not going to rein in disinformation on their own. And as a result, we have this deeply destabilizing force.
Wait, rein in disinformation. I just realized that that's what they said for this one. Sorry. Took a bite of a thing. Rein in disinformation. Now, if in practice, if they actually did rein in disinformation, I would understand. And by that I mean disinformation. What this ends up being used for, in actuality, is censoring anything that you don't agree with. I mean, yes, I see how all the conspiracy theory shit is starting to get annoying as all hell, right? But I do not know what the response is to that. There's a lot of people fucking believing in Q and shit, right? But on top of that, there's a lot of leftists being shut down now because of this quote-unquote effort to rein in disinformation. So what is the right approach here? You can't just rein in disinformation, because then what defines disinformation? Disinformation, for the most part, is defined by the government, information that the government doesn't approve of. Now, what is information that the government doesn't approve of? Is it just right-wing talking points? Or is it everything that the government doesn't approve of? Which means that anything that anyone is critical about is deemed misinformation. Anytime regular people like you and me are critical of the government, it can be labeled disinformation. I think that's a dangerous precedent to set. Do I agree with deplatforming Nazis? I mean, I would rather them not be on the platform. Yeah. And, I mean, if you say heinous shit, yeah, sure, fuck off. Sure. But saying heinous shit is not the same as, I think we should be socialists or some shit like that. And yet, you end up censoring more leftist voices than, like, hardcore right-wing assholes. Let's just say it that way. I don't know. It's just interesting how that always works out to a detriment of the left whenever we have media censorship
out there in the world. Why number 2 on the list?
Well, because these tech companies are increasingly, they're sovereign in virtual space. They're not effectively regulated. They create the world. They create the algorithms. And digital space is becoming more important in the way the economy runs, in the way national security and personal security occurs, and also in the way we receive information.
But they still run in favor of the mainstream media, for the most part. Because they are buying out the mainstream media and telling us, through buying out the mainstream media, they are telling everyone what they should believe.
Everybody increasingly is angry about different things involving these tech companies, but if you look over the course of 2022, their power is growing faster than the willingness and the ability of different governments to effectively regulate them. That's even true in a country like China. And so as a consequence, what we call a techno-polar world, where
in a country like China, always.
Technology companies act as geopolitical actors in ways that matter to international relations and power, is increasingly becoming a disruptive force.
And you mentioned China, and at number 3, you mentioned China's zero COVID policy. Why is that?
Oh, no, wait. We got the drum roll of that is number 1.
Number 1. I'm sorry. You're going in reverse order.
Reverse order.
You mentioned that at the beginning, Tony. Yeah, at number 1.
No. It is number 1, and the interesting thing, the pandemic
has fucking slide. Look at this fucking ghoulish ass slide. China's policy could fail with Omicron variant. Little population immunity from vaccines or previous infection could lead to more outbreaks and lockdowns. Implication for global supply chain. Global supply chain. They literally do not give a single fucking shit about the people. This is all about money. That's why the CDC decided, oh, in response to COVID, you know what we're going to do? We're going to reduce quarantine time from 10 fucking days to 5. I think it was recommended 10 days total since exposure, I believe. To 5 days. And if you're an essential worker, you fucking come in anyway. And spread it there. And then people wonder why we're so fucking fucked and have the fucking spike that we do. On average, 700,000 cases per day. New cases per day. How? It's because our government literally gives zero shits about us. And so, like, even if you take every single fucking thing into account, China's response because they're still locking down in response to that shit, and they have, for a country with a higher percentage of the population, not only less deaths, but less cases overall. How the fuck are we failing as a nation that we have higher significantly lower population, and yet we make up a significant percentage of the world's COVID deaths and COVID cases? How the fuck do any of us here in the United fucking States, how do we have any fucking rock to stand on? How do we? We do not. Because our government does not give a shit about us. Anyway.
Changed all of our lives so dramatically in the last 2 years. And in the West, we've responded differently as the pandemic has changed. As you know, we
responded differently. But if China never needed to respond differently, why is that a bad thing? If China, the way China was handling it, was absolutely fucking perfect. Here in the United States, I can confirm we never fully locked down. We never did any of this shit that they were saying that we should have done. If we had done all of the shit that we had done, we would have been fine. We would have been in the clear, but no. I mean, Trump wanted to try to, like, fucking fuck around and, you know, he failed. And now Joe Biden is failing. And no one wants to talk about the fact that Joe Biden is failing.
We have, a lot more people vaccinated, a lot more people boosted. We have increasingly therapeutics that actually work. And this disease is now much more transmissible, but it's less lethal. And that means that we're opening up. And within weeks, it's going to feel endemic in the West. But in China, their policies towards the pandemic haven't changed one.
How is it? Excuse me. How the fuck is it endemic, tell me, if we are still overrunning our hospitals? Significantly overrunning our hospitals. That's not all unvaccinated people. How are 700,000 cases a day okay in a country? In a first world nation, let's say. Which is kind of a shitty way to frame it anyway. How? We are failing. And the more that we refuse to acknowledge the fact that we are failing, the worse off we will become. I mean, this empire is crumbling before our very fucking eyes. And I mean, I say good riddance, but I don't want to live in the crumbling part. I want to live in the after part already. And yet, that's never gonna fucking happen, is it? Because it'll take fucking forever. And our corrupt-ass government is going to do everything in its power to keep the
iota.
empire alive.
And the most effective of the major economies in responding to the pandemic in 2020 was China. They could track, they could trace, they could...
Yeah, exactly. So why change? Why change their methodology if it's fucking working?
quarantine, they could lock down. But that's still what they're doing with Omicron. That's a very serious problem for a country where the people don't have a lot of antibodies because almost no one's got COVID, where their own vaccines don't work effectively against Omicron, and where they refuse to license mRNA vaccines from the West like Pfizer and Moderna. So they're going to be
They have their own vaccines. That's fucking why. Just because an mRNA... Whatever.
Increasingly locked down, and they're going to have a really hard time responding to an extraordinarily transmissible Omicron variant. This is the second largest economy in the world. It's a big driver of global growth. And if you've got those lockdowns persisting this year, you're still going to see the supply chain challenges.
Is all this motherfucker gives a shit is money. Look at this psychopathic slide. The goal of zero COVID over everyone gets COVID is unpalatable and unthinkable. Absolute ghouls. They are upset because China refuses to license vaccines from the West. Bremer actually talks about U.S. policy of making COVID endemic. Then why aren't they doing anything? If your kid dies, that's just part of the process. 1 million cases a day means we're winning from their perspective. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. 1 million cases per fucking day. Not just the China stuff, but we need to big tech to censor people so people aren't angry anymore. Hysterical at the head of Eurasia group is neither European or Asian. Posted this because it stuck with me as completely unhinged and dangerous. It's presented as a tiny segment in a happy morning show to Americans as a matter of fact. Next segment was about David Bowie. It's like imperialistic violence presented alongside dippy eggs and coffee. The propaganda here is to justify American and international is that a U.S. government is doing everything right for doing nothing, for allowing 1 million infection cases daily, for allowing several thousands of COVID deaths daily. Demonizing China's correct policy is the blame game. They just want war with China. It's so fucking bad. Wild that the most unhinged Republican president in history sent us $2,000 checks back when we had like 12 cases a day. And now we have, the numbers keep changing, but now we have anywhere from 300 to 1 million cases a day, and a Democratic president who's all like, "Lol, not my problem. Go to work, Jack." If your candidate can be irreplaceably harmed by a tweet from an occult/BDSM themed shitposting account, perhaps you have larger problems than this tweet to concern yourself with. This right here. In the media, Democrats versus Republicans fucking... When in reality, it's Democrats and Republicans fucking hosing down the working class who's just trying to fucking live. This is a perfect analogy. Wait, what? Republicans and leftists shitting on the Democrats? What? Are leftists drone bombing Democrats now, or did I miss something? Not yet. It's totally better now. Everything's very good and cool. Voting worked. Vote blue no matter who. New CDC policy does work. Yeah, well, everything's at high risk. Don't be a pussy. Simply die. Simply die of COVID, didn't he? If he dies, he dies. He clarifies their most recent policy statement. This account right here, I fucking love. Sacrifice on the left.
Higher, higher, could you
any of his 5 immediate predecessors at the same point in their presidency. Joe Biden, press conferences, 9. Press interviews, 22. Informal Q&A, 216. Trump, 22 press conferences. Obama, 27 press conferences. Bush, 19. Bill fucking Clinton, 38. George H.W. Bush, 31. Holy shit. Also, Obama's done more presidents, but who gives a shit? Joe Biden has done less interviews and less fucking conferences, but more Q&A. And by more Q&A, I mean Twitter. Ooh, that's spicy. His face doesn't exist. He's been deleted. Interesting. I wonder what tweet that Oh, it's one of these. Former First Lady Michelle Obama has message for Americans ahead of the 2022 midterm elections. We've got to vote like the future of our democracy depends on it. Yeah-huh. Vote like the future of our democracy depends on it. Vote blue no matter who. That'll get you somewhere, I think. I'm pretty sure, maybe. Hopefully. Except for when my husband just casually phones, the fucking shitlib Voltron to drop out and endorse Biden all on the same fucking day. Or when basketball players protesting Black Lives Matter get one fucking call from my husband and all of a sudden stop. All Obama has done is end shit. End shit that was actually starting to get somewhere and was productive. Post presidency. I mean, he's committed plenty of war crimes during the presidency, but we don't talk about that. It's fine. It's okay. Anyway, the whole fucking Peanuts meme of the football. That's all I'm gonna say with that. I think we've passed. Oh no, we haven't. Here's Ryan Knight. Democrats say this every election to scare people into voting for them. Yet when they have power, they don't do a damn thing for people or the planet. I think, yeah, okay. So I think we've left the COVID talk, which is, you know what? Fuck it. It's good. I was tired of COVID talk. And yet, COVID talk is probably going to be like a fucking large-ass segment on this show. Because that's all that there is, for the most part. A lot of the shit is dystopian responses to fucking COVID from our own fucking government. Okay, I'm going to pause the music so we can watch this TikTok. Which is an interesting thing to say. If this wasn't... Okay.
And it's...
I just want to send some love out to my radical feminists this
morning. Let's watch this video.
The government has agreed to call pregnant women mothers. We will not
The government agreed to call pregnant women mothers.
be raped.
That's odd, because no one was raising you in the first place. This bill is being passed rapidly because a cis woman who is pregnant and needs this bill because otherwise she's going to lose her job because it's currently illegal for her to have a baby in the position of government that she's in. And it's standard government procedure to write all of legislation in gender-neutral language, so they were just following what their procedure is. But the radical feminists in the House of Lords decided that they didn't like that, so they sent the bill back with the amendment saying that they must put pregnant women instead. Meaning that they took longer to pass this bill that a pregnant cis woman needed. So you were actively harming the person you're supposed to be protecting. The bill covered you anyway, it just meant that it covered trans men and non-binary individuals as well, and now it fucking doesn't. Just shut up, will you? I'm so sick of TERFs, they're doing my fucking head in.
I just want to send...
Bringing this back as a reminder that TERFs stalled critical legislation that would have helped the pregnant cis woman just so it would have the language they liked for pregnancy in it, rather than the official standard. Wow, thank you TERFs for your great fucking deed, fucking assholes. we are NB, so over here we like to say fuck turfs. Turfs can go eat shit, along with the Mantra Man over there. This is the last, butt of the last segment. These are all like smaller stories and shit, right? So, Unity for J, which was Unity for Julian Assange, was banned for doing absolutely fucking nothing. All they were doing was basically updating information on protests. I used to follow them, actually. That's how I found out, was because everybody a whole bunch of lefties were yelling about this, and so I was like, oh shit, wait, what happened? And I went to the account, and it was fucking nuked. Look at this. Account suspended. For what? For what? Nothing. No information. Just nuked this account for no reason. All they did... I mean, we are fine criminalizing... let's criminalize Ghislaine Maxwell. Oh, it is top of... I'm not looking at the OBS, so I wouldn't know. It is top of the hour on the hour, as I'm being currently informed. So first things first, do not forget to hydrate or dehydrate. And de-stress after all these fucking segments that we just did. Second, look at a point far away, let your eyes relax. Third, wow, why am I blanking? Sit up straight, fix your posture. 4, if you can get up and stretch, do that. If you can't, stretch in your chair for a little bit. And 5, don't forget to take your meds. And on that note, let's get back into the shit show. So yeah, imagine shutting down someone, a page that was updating someone on the status of what Julian Assange was doing. Which, if you don't know what Julian Assange was doing, is all he did was publish information. Also, my Twitter does this weird fucking thing where the cursor gets highlighted in random places. It's fucking infuriating. I can't, do anything with it. I can't delete or anything. It's just infuriating where it just lands somewhere. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Imagine getting criminalized in a country that you don't even fucking live in. You're not a citizen of this country. And yet, the United fucking States, the empire that it fucking is, wants to prosecute you for exposing them. That shit fucking sucks. And yet, we are not only criminalizing this man, but now on top of that, we are shutting down information about him. Oh, and because, vagina wash was trending earlier, so I did a whole segment on it. Since Vash is trending, remember that time he admitted to sexual harassment and deleted it when people found out? Yeah. So apparently, I'm not going to go into the actual thing because it's fucking vile when you actually see the context and all the DMs and shit. He did make a video on it, and he bullshit the video, and then he actually released all the full conversation, and it is fucking horrific. I sexually harassed a girl 2 years ago, so it's actually, 5 years ago now? There's a video about it on my channel. Yeah, fuck you. Eat shit and die. There's more, I haven't organized it, but there's more vagina wash segments in a bit. It was just, I meant to organize this one into that whole thing. I just didn't. Just a reminder for A, what's to come, and B, vagina wash is an asshole. Actually, that's too good a name for him. Vag. No, that's still too good a name for him. Vash. Let's stick with Vash. Okay. I saw this. This popped up on my fucking... It's an SNL clip with a dumb driver. And, what's her fucking name? I don't watch SNL. But I didn't... Well, the reason I didn't fucking know about this is because I don't fucking watch SNL. But I saw this fucking clip, and it's fucking vile. Look at this shit. Watch this dystopian ass shit. Look at what they joke about.
It's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. Bomb, 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 bomb! It's a bomb!
Oh shoot, we must be over Syria.
We must be over Syria. Jesus fucking Christ. Imagine dropping so many fucking bombs on Syria that you run out of fucking bombs during Obama's administration, right? Right? And on top of that, joking about it on fucking SNL. How much of a fucking freak... This is another reason why I dislike Adam Driver, because I'm convinced that I don't know how much political freedom... I want to do a segment. He could have refused a segment if he was uncomfortable with it. He wasn't. That's the thing. He was willing to joke about war crimes that we're committing in Syria. That's fun. That's just a little fun bit of Adam Driver news. On top of that, here's a mutual of mine, Aussie Ravenclaw. Love them. Oh, let me actually check pronouns. I don't think they have pronouns in bio, but I believe... Yeah, oh wait, it's in she, her. Okay, good. Always check before I refer to anyone as anything other than gender neutral. So I saw this. This is in relation to Adam Driver. I don't know why I made this an Adam Driver segment in here. Fixed it. So this poster, they covered up Rey, who is the lead of the sequel trilogy, Skywalker saga, with a dumb driver. And not only that, but you see that little bit of nose right there? That's Poe. You see basically just a little bit of fin there. They covered up right fucking there. Look, squint. That's a little bit of Poe nose right there. And that's Finn. I can tell. But the thing is, I don't remember what I remember seeing the original poster. I wonder if it's in the replies. No. But a dumb driver stands are so fucking unhinged that anything that is labeled the Skywalker saga, if it doesn't have, Skywalkers on it, except for, hold up, what is this? Is that Obi-Wan Kenobi? Wait, hold on. He's not a Skywalker. Wait, C-3PO and R2-D2? A random Star Destroyer and Death Star? Those aren't Skywalkers. Oh my fucking god. And of course, they would cover up the only people of color in this fucking frame as well, because they fucking hate the sequel trilogy. They hate the sequel trilogy that isn't fucking Finn and Poe. Or that isn't fucking a dumb driver. Anyway, let's get back to... Oh, yeah. Okay, this is an oldie, but a goodie. Amy Kombucha was confronted at a fundraising event by a group of water protectors who shut down her speech. So let's watch Kombucha get dunked on. This is just a win in general.
What's this one?
Sure.
Don't you care about the children's future? And what about line 3?
I'm not even gonna...
Hey, why is that line going through nearly half of North America's
Okay,
freshwater?
guys.
But not only that, so you're gonna fund a $5 billion nature project, but won't intercept on a project that's already...
Guys, could we just let me talk about Connie here just a little bit? Okay. Well, anyway, I want to thank everyone, tell you how much we love Connie Bernardi, okay? So let's get her reelected. She is an incredible leader. And by the way...
Stop line 3! Stop line 3!
And she just walks away!
Stop line 3! Stop line 3!
she cried after this. 1,000%. She went and bullied her her staffers for this. She 100% took it out on someone. She threw a stapler at someone. That is a real thing that she's done, by the way. Yeah. She's apparently extremely toxic and abusive to work with. She's tossed staplers and shit at people that worked with her for being slightly not on time. Typical Karen behavior. Kombucha is Karen. Just in case you didn't know. Just in case you weren't aware. But yeah, I love that she just flees. Also, good on the fucking brave indigenous youth. Fucking actually doing the shit. And like shutting her down. Bullying works. If anything is a takeaway, it's that bullying works. Bully politicians more. They absolutely love it when you do that. I don't mean this as a joke. No. Okay, they don't love it when you do that. I absolutely fucking love it when you do that. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do it more. I mean, you've seen my tweets. Well, not all of them, but you've seen some of my tweets. If you follow me on Twitter, I occasionally get spicy on there. So that's fun. All right. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I love having a free press. Representative Molden's plan to defend Ukraine from Russia. Presented by Lockheed Martin. A blow to the directed energy Havana syndrome case. Presented by Lockheed Martin. Sounds like Alexander Ward and Quint Orgy and Alexander fucking named after, hey, shares a name with the worst fucking fascist in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Grant Ward and Quint Orgy. Sounds like they're sucking some Lockheed Martin dick. Not one, but two different fucking articles, and I'm sure I'd find more, way more. I love democracy. Fucking, of course. So, why did I want to cover that one? Well, this one I wanted to cover because the narrative is always, we definitely don't want to go to war, but we'll have to go to war because Russia is doing so much fucking violent shit. Russia is amassing troops on Ukraine's borders. Here's the thing. As someone who grew up in, Russia, and have family in both Russia and East Ukraine, I can tell you, my family in East Ukraine, well, I don't know them directly, like it's my aunt's family, but I know enough about what they fucking went through during the whole thing, because they lived in Donbass, which was actively getting bombed, which is fun stuff. They had their entire fucking apartment fucking blown the fuck up. So that's always cool and good and fun and great in it. Yeah. So anyway, I do not, and blew up by who, you ask? Well, of course, West Ukraine, the ones that are working with the Nazis and fascists. Not anyone. Why would their own people? It's fucking. Anyway, what I'm saying is this whole shit. I need to find that tweet of look at how aggressive Russia is towards us. Look at how close they put their country to our NATO bases. Because NATO is currently surrounding the shit out of Russia, and what's his name? Oh, why am I blanking on his name? The actor president. What's his fucking name? Zelensky. Looking head ass wants to get reelected so bad that he has to make up a fucking attack from Putin in order to get reelected and get CIA fucking funding. That's all it is. That's all it's about. It's about just basically trying to warmonger into getting more money and getting reelected. Man doesn't want to lose power, so of course he's gonna do... Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about where I ran out of fucking memory. H-Bomber guy, which we love. He's the... He's famous for one specific meme. Let's go ahead and... He's famous for dunking on our boy Ben Shabibo. Here we go.
That all of the water levels around the world rise by let's say 5 feet over the next 100 years, say 10 feet by the next 100 years, and it puts all the low-lying areas on the coast underwater, right? Which, let's say all of that happens. You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
Sell their homes and move. This is a very different clip, though.
Just one small problem. Sell their houses to who, Ben? Fucking Aquaman!
Fucking love this man. Anyway, so I just... Every time I bring up H-Bomber guy or Benny Shabibo, I am going to bring that clip up in the future. Because I'm sure Benethy Shabibathy is going to pop back up in irrelevance pretty soon. Oh, Johnny Depp is trending for some fucking reason. I wonder if it's... if he's getting canceled or if he's getting defended this time. And on that... I'm not going to say much because I think they're both assholes. So. Okay. Diamonds grown in lab don't conjure up the same emotions as natural diamonds do. Saying I don't. Synthetic diamonds are struggling to generate the same emotions as natural stones. Natural diamonds and consumer perception. Lab-grown diamonds and consumer perception. Authentic, romantic, special. Bitch, it's cheaper. The fucking alternative is fucking cheaper. Authentic? Who gives a fuck about authentic? No one died for this or suffered. I don't know, dog. I'm not getting it. Looks like someone forgot the bars for exploitative and guilt. And exactly, how can we even know some of their diamonds aren't lab-grown anyway? I'd only ever buy a lab diamond anyway. It's just more ethical. Meanwhile, you can score $5 rings like these on eBay, and they're equally beautiful and just as nice of quality. Yeah, fuck them up, dude. Source, De Beers diamond, fucking... Jesus Christ. Alright, we're gonna have to refresh every single one of these, though. Oh, here we go. Another... Let's dunk on Biden some more. Joe Byron. Oh, hold up. Let me bring the music back. Ooh, Pokemon Platinum arrangement. Nice, nice. Deadly bombs may go green. New explosives could be more powerful and safer to handle than TNT and other conventional explosives. And also would be more environmentally friendly. I'm sorry. Repeat that one? What the fuck is happening with the browser? Green bombs. Yeah, look, Yemen, I know you're fucked up the wazoo, but at least our bombs are environmentally friendly for you now. Don't you care about the environment? I don't know why it's... There we go. I was wondering why it was doubling up. Fucking hate these motherfuckers. Deadly bombs may go green. Sorry for the war crime, but at least it was environmentally friendly. And here we go, another Biden story. Biden administration set to auction off more... Oh, wait. I need to turn this down. Don't I? Yep, it's in way within the yellow. I'm gonna go off lurk mode just to tell you the music is a bit too loud. Yeah, thank you. I just realized. Thank you. Thank you, Mosin Argonia. How are you enjoying the me being angry stream? Because I don't know. I mean, the state of politics is just, it is what it is. Yeah, I realized after the fact when it was fucking booming that I needed to check the actual volume levels. Thank you, though. Okay. Biden administration set to auction off over 80 million acres to oil and gas drilling companies. Great. I'm enjoying it. Have been here for like 40 minutes. Fair enough. Oil and gas drilling companies need more land. Did you know that? I fucking didn't. But apparently we do. Or we do. I don't... Yeah, they fucking do. Okay, here we get to the Vash shit. Every time Vash talks about me, I get brigaded by racists and fascists because his audience is full of them. Holy shit. Like, these are the fucking comments. Also, I hate that it's a fucking someone associating the Luffy with this shit. With this. Your bisexual America colonized you. Slur that I'm not gonna say. A bit sensitive. You ain't shit. What the fuck? Who the fuck in their right mind says shit like this and thinks they are normal? Right? Right? Vash fans, apparently. That does not imply genocide if she followed. Does land back Native Americans imply genocide? Actually, don't answer that. We are all Americans. This is everyone's land. Of course. Of course. Of fucking course. Alright, anyway. Moving on from this asshole. Oh, yeah. Imagine... Of course, I disavow... Lolicons in general are fucking trash, right? But imagine lolicons not claiming Vash. Enough said. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna leave that information bomb and let it stay there. Here we go. Another quote tweet. The way I see it, the age of consent exists. Out of respect for the numerous... and this is not me saying this is Vagina Wash saying this himself. Exists out of respect for numerous power imbalances older people have over younger people. As those imbalances, or at least some of them, are redressed through advent of socialism, age of consent should therefore be lowered. This man advocates for lowering the age of fucking consent. Okay. A little bit more cheery. Wow, The Mandalorian. The Book of Boba Fett has been dropping the past few days. And they have done further work in humanizing Tuskens. And to the point where I'm standing what they're doing over there. Motherfuckers, so after years of disliking quote-unquote sand people, shows like The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett have opened our eyes to a beauty of a Tusken culture we never knew. Imagine how great it would be if we could always get past our prejudices like this. And then this asshole goes, yeah, Tusken culture. As if he didn't watch the episode, clearly. Because in the episode, the Tuskens that Boba Fett himself is talking to even say there are different tribes and they all have different reactions to the settlers that are currently colonizing their fucking planet. They are the indigenous peoples of the fucking planet. Them and Jawas are the only indigenous species on this fucking planet. And we always ignore that because, well, they did shit. But, I mean, Anakin brutally murders Tuskens. Or it's basically like your typical, like, action-reaction type things. Where Tuskens get shit on. They respond with, okay, we'll respond to this act of violence with more violence. And it's a fucking cycle to the point where Anakin murders an entire tribe. Tusken culture, it's a complicated subject. It's a story we see in real life, specifically in the US West and the expansion into native territory. Exactly. Nuance, briefly touched upon in Star Wars original trilogy and the sequels. It's one that adds so much to the world. And there was a Tusken Jedi. I understand the desire for vengeance, Anakin Skywalker. In our tribe, in every other, it was a part of our way of life, particularly against the humans who hunted us. Master Het, you lead these Tuskens as their warlord, not something a Jedi should do. Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan. We were both generals in the Clone Wars that for a republic that turned on us. Tuskens have been hunted and killed by both settlers and farmers. Jedi defend those who need help. Sometimes you defend the life by taking the life of the aggressor. Past mistakes do not justify current ones. The danger becomes what is in becoming what you fight. It was the trap that Jedi fell into. It is the trap that takes you now in. Must stop. You must see that. Asherad head. I did not. I was raised to manhood by the Tuskens. Amongst the Tuskens by my father, Sharadhed, the greatest Jedi of his age, taught me to think and act as a Tusken. These are my people. Will killing settlers stop killing Tuskens? Then blood calls for blood. Will the settlers stop killing Tuskens? I misread that. The settlers will be forced to abandon the land or be buried beneath it. Made my way to Tatooine and became the leader of several clans of Tusken raiders as my father had been before me. Settlers and moisture farmers had been stealing Tusken land and water for years, driving my people further into the jungled wastes. Under my command, the Tuskens were once again a feared and potent fighting force reclaiming what was rightfully ours. I think that's a very fucking powerful thing to do. You know, to, like, advocate for that. To actually have it be presented in a very interesting and nuanced way in Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is and always has been a political thing. It's a huge political thing, you know? And I do enjoy seeing these kinds of takes be, you know, popularized and presented in a way. I am gonna strike one long video from this whole stream because that one video is gonna take too fucking long. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alright. Amazon workers were heartbroken after AOC bails on promise to march with them. AOC abandoned March for Medicare for All, abandoned Force the Vote, abandoned anything that she has ever stood for. Now she abandoned the Amazon workers after promising to march with them. AOC is a class traitor, according to socialist MMA. Allegedly. Let's put it allegedly in there. Although, whether I agree or not, I'm gonna say it's allegedly. But, really, AOC has proven that she is... Keep in mind, around I want to say, what? I want to say in the 1990s, but don't quote me on that per se. Nancy fucking Pelosi was for Medicare for All. So, or at least she said she was. So if she was for Medicare for all, then, and she's no longer so now, what do you think did that to her? Maybe being in the mainstream party? I think being in the mainstream party may have done it to her. But that's just me. And I leave that question to you all. I'm just saying, there's a whole lot of dots that I'm connecting here. Alright, still not loading. Okay, what else? Oh! Hold up. So this is a very interesting weeb story. So, recently, a certain, a certain robot has come out with, what does he call it? Wow, why am I blanking on it? What's... Meta. The fucking metaverse. Oh. Right? Right. So, what year does SAO take place in, you ask? Well, it takes place in 2020 fucking 2. So, here we go. Real life SAO time. We are about to be living in the Sword Art Online metaverse. AKA, fucking the Zuck is gonna fucking do this shit somehow and trap us all in a fucking virtual reality. I'm not saying this is gonna happen for sure, but I'm not dismissing it as a possibility. I didn't actually retweet this. Let's hold up. Let's. Okay. Sorry, I had to make a live banger tweet right here, right now. Based on what I was saying. So SAO predicted the future? This it's about the metaverse us the fuck up? Basically. Anyway. Let's just sit on that for a minute, and yeah. Here's a very interesting article that I saw from The Atlantic. Millennials didn't kill the economy. The economy killed millennials. The American system has thrown them into debt, depressed their wages, kept them from buying homes, and then blamed them for everything. Because the narrative here is, oh, those millennials and their avocado toast and all this shit, right? No, fuck that. It's never been that. We are in so much fucking debt. And I'm like a late stage millennial. Like I'm one of the later millennials there that exists. I'm like basically as close to Gen Z as I can be without being Gen Z. But still fucking horrifying to me that our system is so fucking fucked. I was gonna go into this whole article, but I don't think I'm going to have time to. So I'm just going to say that this is 1,000% true. For a country that not only do we have the worst fucking debt possible, the worst fucking Medicare system in place, the most dystopian shit. We are living in a dystopia here in the United States. I mean, I imagine other countries are at least doing semi well off, right? Other than, like, specifically, like, where they have at least some form of social safety nets in place, right? We don't have Medicare. If I have to go for a medical emergency, I'm gonna go bankrupt, basically. We can barely afford living paycheck to paycheck, most of us. And this is... Yes, I have this. I clearly haven't been drinking tea, but... Yep. Yeah, so... Yeah, no, we truly live in the fucking dystopia. But we only have a few things here left. Goddamn, not enough memory on the fucking computer. Oh, this is just a fun one. At one meeting, Trotsky stood up and accused Stalin of being the gravedigger of the revolution. Stalin grew red in the face and left, slamming the door. At another meeting, it was Trotsky's turn to storm out and slam the door. Though in this case, Kotkin writes, the door was a massive metal structure not given to demonstrative slamming. He could only manage to bring it to a close slowly, unwittingly demonstrating his impotence. Damn. Under communism, we will produce a Russian Revolution sitcom. Jesus Christ. Imagine just shitting on Trotsky. I quite like Trotsky. I don't understand people that simp for Stalin. No, not even. But there's a certain brand of communist that will simp for any form of communism, any communist leader. I am not. Clearly, I am not that form of... I'm not even a communist. I'm more... I am, how you say, general leftist. No, I'm just a generic leftist. I'm like leftist that is currently trying to figure out where the fuck he sits on that fucking spectrum. Because there's so many fucking different lefties. But these ones I cannot possibly fucking agree with. Is this what... Is the next one what I think it is? Yeah. Imagine... Okay. Imagine making Korea... North Korea sound fucking dope as hell. How does one do that? Well, The Sun recently posted this gem of an article. Kim Bong-un, dopey dictator Kim Jong-un has turned North Korea into a nation of potheads with 50-pound bags of cannabis. Now, imperialist media must walk a fine line. If they go too far with this nonsense, they make DPRK look very appealing. Imagine that this is the fucking narrative. Conservatives threatening us with a good time. Granted, DPRK keeps getting sexier. Yeah, no, imagine promoting... You do realize they're basically promoting the DPRK at this point. Because it's so fucking criminalized and, you know, weed is not your enemy. Your enemy is the fucking government. But that's a whole nother conversation. For some reason, Twitter really doesn't like this one page. I wonder if it's because basically because of Kim Bong-un. Oh my god, this is like a third or fourth time. Alright, well. But you get the point. Imagine being so bad at calling North Korea bad that you actually make it sound fucking good. There's so many things. Actually, fun fact, when I first started my YouTube channel a very long time ago, I had, for some reason in my statistics, only one viewer from North Korea. So, holy shit. The memory really did fuck everything up, huh? Third spam account thing. Oh! Oh, no. Gay nerd? Is that what you're trying to say? Skrzykovic? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I know that was a butchering of your name, but... And I apologize. I do not currently have OBS open, so I can only rely on my roommate for Let's look at this Crypto Bros taking L's if nothing else is gonna load. Holy shit, nothing really. Okay, let's close, Control-Shift-T. Or... New tab, Control-Shift-T. There we go. Let's try that. I don't know what's going on. Chrome finally got fed up with my shit, I guess. Chrome really said, you keep fucking around with this shit. Stop it. Hello? No, it's not happening. Control-Shift-T. Alright, well, we might have to end stream early then. Properties. Yeah, it's not popping up. Interestingly enough. Okay. Well, I will make sure to find those and leave them for the next segment. Yeah, they're not working. Twitter shut me down. Let's see. Does Twitter still work if I pull it up? Nope, Twitter just doesn't want to be pulled up. Huh. Alright, well, if that's the case, on that note, Twitch still works. Maybe just Twitter just fucked up. Twitter really decided to fuck up this time. Alright. Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and find someone to raid. Let's see who all is live. Do you guys want more politics? Because I could raid Jackson Hinkle. He's kind of somewhat aligned with my viewpoints. Or I could raid some cool VTubers. I think we're gonna raid some cool VTubers. Have I raided? Ah, come on! Oh my god. Alright, we'll do it through OBS. Twitch /raid Tokyo Mochi. I think I added an extra I. Please tell me it's still working. Hold up. It's really glitching. Alright. Well. On that note, good night, Sleepy. It was entertaining. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you were glad you were entertained. I can't see anything on chat right now, currently. Yeah, everything is fucking down right now. I think I think I fucked something up with I think I overloaded Chrome. Oops. So yeah. Let's see. Can I raid? I wish I could raid from here, you know, like from the thing. Wait. Alright, well. Anyway, well, we're about to raid Tokyo Mochi anyway. So, I guess we'll see. Is it raiding? Did the raid work? No. There it goes. Yep, I'll go ahead and stream, and I'll see you guys